my turn. Just won't work you out.
Welcome back. Still rubbing minds, the final lap this Sunday afternoon, and we're going into the world of fashion. You're about to meet a stylist, been in the business for about 9 years, turned fashion designer. She's been quite busy, and judging by the fact that she's been in it 5 years, she must be doing something right and she must be getting paid. But what is the role of fashion in Nigeria and the economy, to be precise? It's one of the greatest exports we have in the creative industry. We have Nollywood, we have music, and then followed closely by fashion. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Jane Michael Ekanem. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Welcome to Rubbing Minds. First time?
Thank you so much. Yes, it is.
Okay, relax. Feel free. Want something to drink?
No.
Plot of land, money?
No, it's, well, yes.
Okay, we'll talk about that later. Great to have you on board. Now, you've been featured on CNN, other platforms. You've had quite a remarkable career, but you kicked off as a stylist.
Yes, I
So
did.
where did you switch lane to fashion designing? Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so basically, styling and designing is kind of like intertwined.
Okay.
I would say that styling is the foundation of designing. That is why I feel that most stylists have an edge over most designers, because it's beyond designing and putting the pieces together, you know, like just making the pieces. We have to make what the stylist does is to make the outfits look appealing, you know, buyable, that's
Okay.
it. So that's why most times when I have to give a definition of style, I tell people fashion is what you buy, style is what you sell. So it just cleans it or tells you everything in a nutshell, what a fashion designer is and what a stylist is.
Okay, I've never had that is that a trademark definition?
Yes,
it's really nice.
Yes, it is actually.
It makes things easier, but I'm going for an event, red carpet event and all whatnot. Is it okay for people to have their individual style?
Yes.
Is there any such thing as a wrong style?
Yes, there is. There is.
But I mean, fashion is so dynamic. I mean, people could wake up and decide to wear ripped jeans and suits and waistcoats, and they call it their style. And is it politically right to say they have a bad style, or is it just unique to everyone?
Well, I would say that style is unique, but at the same time, we have places we tend to go to. That is why we have to, okay, for instance, when you're going to bed, you wouldn't wear this to go to bed.
Well, it depends on kind of bed I'm sleeping in.
So, yes, so it depends on the event and the occasion that you're going for. So, you know, most times what we have to wear or whatever occasion we are going for is a determinant to the style. And that is where we come in to say, oh, this is a fashion blunder. And sometimes, you know, apart from the fact that we have styles attached to an individual, sometimes it can be put together wrongly. Sometimes it could be a total fashion blunder, you know, regardless of the fact that it's identified by the person's personality.
Now, you go on social media now, under the name or the guise or the umbrella of style, you find women especially, well, not just women, but predominantly women, when it comes to the issue of decency and style. The dresses they wear, exposing certain parts, some of them completely open and under the guise of style and fashion. What's your take on this? Being a female fashion entrepreneur, where does that line stop in terms of style and decency?
For me, where it stops is personality, you know, it still boils down to personality. I've answered this question, you know, a couple of times. The truth is, sometimes you meet clients who don't really care about how they look. They know that it's revealing, and that's, in quotes, they need to sell their market. So you know that their motive is quite different from what, you know, you're there for. And you can't really you can't force your opinion on a client. It's a no for me. You know, I'll tell you my opinion, and if you think that you still want to stick by your opinion, and then that's it. If I think it's going to be tarnishing to the image I've spent years building, then I'll drop the job.
So who's the most difficult, or give an example of the most difficult situation? If you can mention the client, that would be nice.
I won't do that. You already know that.
But just give me a scenario. What happened and how did you overcome that? And then we'll move on to the business of fashion.
Generally, or would I say, I have gotten to a point where, and thank God for social media, I've gotten to a point where clients tend to come to me based on my CV, based on what I have done based on, oh, I want to be identified with this brand.
Okay.
You
But
know,
give me a scenario, a particular story. I mean, I need details now.
I was trying to avoid this.
Yes, I know.
But yeah, I've had a situation where I'd have to style someone and
Okay.
she, you know, said it outrightly that this is how I want it to be. I want it to be revealing and all.
Okay.
So yes, I made the blouse for her in such a way that she can switch it up, she can tone it down or switch it up. So if she really wants to like show cleavages, there's a certain way she can tie it. So it was a wrap.
So you gave her that option.
I gave her the option, you know.
And I guess she went for the most revealing.
I don't know. I had done
So
my
let's talk
own,
about the business of fashion. You've been doing this 9 years now. That's the
Yeah.
Jane Michael brand as the
Yes.
fashion line.
Yes.
And you're unisex, I presume, both male and female.
Well,
or
for
strictly?
styling, I'm strictly female because,
Okay.
you know, you have to touch some body parts, you have to do, I'm totally straight, but yes.
No, it's okay, no judging.
And then for designing, it's unisex. I made for both ladies and men and kids as well.
Okay, and kids.
So, yeah.
So the money factor now, I mean, you have Nollywood, you have the music industry,
Yes.
and third,
We have
most likely
photo shoots and
fashion.
regular production.
Yeah, so the fashion industry now as a whole, it's getting a lot of buzz, a lot of attention. You have people, I mean, one of the guys I really like is Jidena,
Yeah.
the artist. He's found a way to just embrace and infuse
Culture.
our culture and prints and, you know, the red Igbo chief
Yes.
cap and everything, and he's rocking it well. And you have a lot of international acts wearing Ankara and all the designs that we take for granted here. So the monetary aspect of it now, do you think the patronage is more from home or from outside in terms of the finance?
Well, we still patronize us. I have had situations where, I've had situations where people tend to appreciate what is made home, as in what is made here,
okay.
as opposed to buying it. You know, people now go out to put in money in the fashion industry. But the question you asked is, you know, let me try to rephrase your question. I'm not changing it, but let me rephrase it. If we are making money, no, we are not. Because we are still importing 80% of our things, 80% of what we use for produce. And you and I know what the exchange rate is. I was thinking about it today, and thinking about it, we are still going back in circles. They say, buy Nigeria, make, you know, do
Made
things,
in,
you know, make sure you encourage the Nigerian market.
Is it true you import things as little as threads?
Well, yeah, sometimes they do. There are some particular, there are some kind of threads that there's this thread that is called the invisible thread. It's not manufactured here. So some of those things are being imported, even to zippers, even to the fabric we use. And then when you go to the market, because I buy from Balogun and Yaba, and they still take it back to you and tell you that, Madam, dollar don't cost. You know, so...
Do you think that has been responsible for the increased patronage with made in Nigeria products? You find a lot of people now wearing a lot of made in Nigeria, you know, suits, dresses, even for the kids as well.
Yeah.
And you find a lot of, I don't want to use the word tailors, they're fashion designers who are coming up now.
Yes.
So in a way, is it kind of good that the economy is forcing people in that direction? Years ago, people want to buy the foreign designers, but now people are trying to be very economical.
Well, I think that the fashion industry has grown tremendously in a positive way because I think Nigerians are very fashionable. And if we do not make pieces that are sellable, trust me, Nigerians will find a way to always import these things. So I think that the designers are being relentless, regardless of what has happened or what is happening, you know, we are still doing everything we can to make sure that, you know, we get to that international standard.
Okay.
And I'd give kudos to every fashion designer and stylist and entrepreneur out there because it is extremely uneasy. Fashion is a real deal. It's